Namaste, sir. Thank you so much. It's absolutely an honor to be here. At first, it is truly the brightest Sunday. जब Sunday की बात आती है,
Hello.
hoping, oh my God, what is gonna be for a Sunday morning? मैं आप सबसे request करना चाहूंगी, ladies and gentlemen, all our esteemed dignitaries are here, and I can see people from all across the world. At first, with folded hands, may we please welcome all our His Excellencies from the embassies have joined us here. We are truly honored by your presence, and I'm going to please request you all, it's a humble request, to kindly keep yourself on mute. Our speakers shall get to speak for around 3 to 4 minutes each, and it is extremely precious moment for all of us to get to hear our legends today. So I take this wondrous opportunity of course requesting you all kindly be on mute, but keep the videos on, because we look forward to having some nice facial interactions by taking a look at your smile, by applauding, and of course by reciprocating to our esteemed dignitaries here. Ladies and gentlemen, and to our esteemed dignitaries, a global namaste to each and every one of you. Let's get started here. Apna Parivar Global International MSME Day, where we get together every last Sunday of the month. And towards the beginning, I'm going to take this wondrous opportunity of introducing the man who had a vision to make it extremely big, to bring people together from all walks of life, and of course, give them this opportunity to go global. May we please welcome Mr. Gaurav Gupta. Namaste, Gaurav. How are you doing today, sir?
Thank you, Simranji. I'm humbled. And Simranji needs no introduction. She is former Miss India and hosting all the Filmfare Awards and all the big events of India. It is our proud privilege to have you here today. Simranji, I would request you to start this with a brief introduction about Apna Parivar Global.
Thank you so much. We are extremely honored, and भी कार्य शुरू करने से पहले हम जरूर याद करते हैं the divine love, और हम भी याद कर रहे हैं राम जी को. I've been extremely excited to take the name of the Lord, and towards the beginning we always take the name of the divine love, and इसलिए मैंने कहा कि we're going to start with Dr. Ram Kailash Gupta. उनका नाम ही राम है. It is absolutely an honor for all of us to welcome our honorable president here with us. And ladies and gentlemen, we all know our legend, Dr. Ram Kailash Gupta, who's extremely renowned for his philanthropic work. He's a man of many facets with immense energy and never-ending potential. A great philanthropist and the chairman of Apna Parivar Global. Being the recipient of awards, but all he believes is that yes, in the world, the best you have and the best will come to you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, may we please welcome our successful entrepreneur, philanthropist, and socially absolutely active individual who really works with more than 800 NGOs. तहे दिल से हम आप सबका भी स्वागत करते हैं. तो आइए हम सबसे पहले रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे हमारे ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट डॉक्टर राम कैलाश गुप्ता जी से to address everyone. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I will like to welcome all the dignitaries, member of the APG, Apna Parivar Global, other educationists, industrialists, and especially thanks to Mr. Gaurav Gupta. He gave us a very support to organize this webinar. Mr. Gaurav Gupta is also a member of this APJ Global परिवार, और हम लोगों ने ये डिसाइड किया है कि जैसे मैंने बताया कि महीने के लास्ट संडे को हम लोग 11 बजे किसी भी एक टॉपिक को लेकर के अपना ये वर्कशॉप करें, वेबिनार करें और ओपन डिस्कशन करें. इसमें किसी भी एक गवर्नमेंट के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव को, आइदर पॉलिटिशियन और एनी सेक्रेटरी, चीफ सेक्रेटरी लेवल के कंसर्न ऑफिसर को इनवाइट किया जाए और हम अपनी बातें डिस्कस करें और उन तक पहुंचाएं. कभी कभी टॉपिक जैसे हमारे एपीजे के मेंबर चाहेंगे उनके अनुसार इसको मॉडरेट किया जा सकता है, चेंज किया जा सकता है. फॉर्मल हमारे मंत्री जी जो है वो 11:30 के आसपास जुड़ेंगे. मैं एक संदेश मंत्री जी के माध्यम से आपके जितने भी हम लोग हैं, आप सबका वो संदेश उनको एक देना चाहूंगा मैं वो बात अपनी उस वक्त रखूंगा। अभी मैं केवल आपका स्वागत कर रहा हूं, और स्वागत करते हुए मैं सिमरन जी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप इसको जो बाकी हमारे जो मेंबर्स हैं, स्पीकर्स हैं, एक एक करके उनको बुलवाना शुरू करें। आपने मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Humble thanks to you, Dr. Ram. और बहुत खूबसूरत लगता है जब आप ही से शुरुआत होती है. It is 2 in 1, you know, the divine love, or your name is reciprocating the power, the energy. Thank you so much, Dr. Ram Kailash Gupta. Ladies and gentlemen, may we please request Dr. Ajay Kumar, the director of Tecnia Institute of Management Studies, Delhi, for the keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ajay Kumar is the director of Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies, which is approved by AICTE. He's done his PhD management from MDU and has more than 26 years of experience, of course, not just being an absolute ace with his work, but also by spreading love and happiness through his entrepreneurship and giving an opportunity to everyone. May we please request Dr. Ajay Kumar for the keynote address, please. A very good morning to you, Dr. Ajay Kumar.
Thank you, Simran. It's my pleasure to be a part of the Apna Parivar Global platform of discussion across the globe. So on this day of International MSME Day on 27th June 2021, we are having very prominent dignitaries, His Highness Dr. Roger Gopal, Dr. ML Ranju, and lot many ambassadors from Trinidad and Tobago, Union of Comoros, Mauritius, Ghana, Member of Parliament, and lot many dignitaries across who is going to discuss on the topic. Sir, President Sir, our Prime Minister of this great country, in his address to the nation, advocated making India self-reliant and professed the path of Atam Nirbhar Bharat, a key success mantra. India's self-reliance is ingrained in the happiness, cooperation, and peace of the world. India's goal and actions impacted the global welfare, and putting the global, local to global will be the focal point of India's strategy. So mankind, as of now, we are facing a tough challenge across all over the world, COVID-19. And due to this, its economic impact activities across the globe have hampered. We at APJ emphasize to transform it as an opportunity. Corona crisis has explained that the importance of the local manufacturing, local market, and local supply chain. This MSME Day we are celebrating on 27th June every year. The day is marked to recognize the contribution of these industries in the implementation of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. UN has given 17 different goals for the betterment of mankind. As per the UN, United Nations, 90% of business are generated from MSME. The business provides 60 to 70% of employment, and contribution to MSME to the GDP worldwide is 50%. In 2017, to recognize the importance of micro and small and medium enterprise in promoting the innovation, creativity, and decent work for all, and achieving the goal of 2030 Agenda for the Sustainable Development, United Nations General Assembly declares 27 June to be the Micro, Small, and Medium-Sized Enterprises Day by adopting Resolution 71 by 279. Sir, we all assemble over here to celebrate the MSME Day and highlight the contribution for attaining the United Nations Goal of Sustainable Development. Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises Day is dedicated to raising awareness of the importance to support the development of small and medium-sized business in developing countries. But it is also a celebration of gigantic contribution smaller companies make to the global economy, often away from the spotlight. UN supported the internationalization, the MSME relevance in the international trade, which works with partners on a series of events across the globe. The Sustainable Development Goals of 2030 Agenda recognize the importance of MSME and call for action to improve their access to finance, value chain, and the markets. Smaller business have to be agile in response to the challenging world, but their small size also make them vulnerable. identifying international market opportunities and navigating trade-related procedures can be harder for the smaller and medium enterprises than for their larger competitors. The need of the hour is to have an economy that is greener and fairer, requires resilience and flourishing MSME everywhere. We will be discussing here the actions that can be taken to ensure a quick COVID-19 recovery for the MSME while also keeping sustainable development goals in mind, and also ways to enhance creativity and innovation while providing decent work for all. With this, I feel that this agenda is going to be in time to come. Every economy of the world is going to be affected by this MSME Day. So the other dignitaries will be taking on the baton from here, and they will be exploring that what are the new in things as far as MSME requirement is concerned, and what are the areas in which they can venture into and play a fairer role to enhance its role in the nation's GDP across the globe. Thank you very much for giving this platform and to make this UN United Nations MSME Day on this 27th of June 2021. Thank you once again for Dr. Gaurav Gupta and other members of Apna Parivar Global for giving me this opportunity to spell out the task which we are facing in time to come as far as MSME Day is concerned. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ajay Kumar, and for allowing all the small and medium enterprises to, of course, give them this boost and give them the encouragement that yes, we're all here. So it's time for all of us, as you mentioned, to go from local to global, and we are extremely honored by the presence of our ambassadors from our embassies who've joined us here. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming His Excellency Dr. Roger Gopal, the Ambassador of Trinidad and Tobago. A global namaste to you, dear sir. It is such a pleasure to meet you virtually. We met you in person through Gaurav Gupta, sir, always. Such an honor for us to be truly together here. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Namaste, pranam to all. And thank you, moderator, Ms. Simran. You have always done a fantastic job. And again, this morning, you brought so much joy and enthusiasm to this proceedings. Namaste to Sri Paratap Chandra Sarang, Ms. Ganju, Honorary Consul General, Comoros, Sri Ram Kailash Gupta, President APG, Sri Suresh Kandewal, Chairman, my good friend, Mera Dost, Mr. Gaurav Gupta, General Secretary, other participants and embassies. This is an important day because, as you know, MSMEs are the backbone of any economy. So thank you for allowing me this opportunity whereby I can share a few words on MSME Day, and in particular, look at it from the context of Trinidad and Tobago. As Dr. Kumar confirmed, according to the World Bank, MSMEs globally constitute 90% of businesses and provide 50% of employment. But specifically, if we look at emerging economies, MSMEs contribute 40% of GDP, and 7 out of 10 jobs are from MSMEs. Looking at Trinidad and Tobago and the context of 2020 to 2021, which is the context of the pandemic, there were 4 top challenges that small, micro, and medium-sized enterprises faced in our country and in the wider Caribbean. One was a significant reduction in sales. Secondly, we had an inability of small micro enterprises to meet debt obligations. Thirdly, there was market uncertainty. And the 4th major problem that this category of businesses face were accessing capital. Before I go further into looking at the specifics of small and micro and medium enterprises in Trinidad and Tobago, some key factors about our country is that like India, we are a very stable economy. Our gross domestic product is 24.27 billion US dollars, We are the third highest GDP per capita in the Western Hemisphere, a very strong and stable economy, and there are over 400 multinational corporations operating in Trinidad and Tobago. For businesses trading in our country, including small, micro, and medium-sized enterprises, you have access to almost 19 million people in the Caribbean community, and a total market access, if we include Latin America, of 942 million. Most Indian businesses and chambers ask me, what are the major imports and exports? So I simply provided a list of India's major imports from Trinidad and Tobago. So you will see that list there on your screen, and the major exports from India to Trinidad and Tobago. And pharmaceuticals being one of the major exports at this point in time. This is just a brief description of how we define SMEs in Trinidad and Tobago. I used Indian currency, so it will be easy for us to understand. But more importantly, when we look at small, micro, and medium-sized enterprises, Trinidad and Tobago's economy is driven by three main sectors. So we have oil and gas sector, which is over 100 years old, but they are mainly of large enterprises. The small and medium enterprises don't necessarily function in the energy sector, and they are not too much involved in the financial sector, such as banking. So the two main sectors for small and medium-sized enterprises are in manufacturing, and the total GDP contribution is about 6.8%, and the total amount of SMEs functioning in manufacturing is about 70%. So a lot of potentials exist for SMEs in this particular area, and I highlighted what those areas are. Interestingly, in the services industry, SMEs make up 66% of those that function in this industry and make a contribution of 6% GDP. A survey was done in Trinidad and Tobago that ended just 1 week ago, looking at what SMEs in Trinidad and Tobago and indeed the wider Caribbean are doing in order to survive in these crucial times during this pandemic. So I highlighted earlier what those challenges are. In addressing those challenges, we realized that SMEs decided that they would broaden their market scope or their customer base, which is something that Indian businesses are also doing. So there are now online orders and home deliveries. Also, our SMEs have moved onto digital platforms that grant global access, including global marketing. Thirdly, they improve their internal processes in some form of digitalization, such as using databases and virtual interfaces as we are doing now. And the last thing that they have done was to create new products to meet changing demands. So great opportunities exist for SMEs within Trinidad and Tobago, not only for nationals, but also globally. What are those opportunities? Well, if we look at the prioritized investment opportunity areas, PIOs, and that is not people of Indian origin, prioritized investment opportunities, we can see that opportunities exist in manufacturing, such as food and beverage, product manufacturing, paper and printing, inorganic chemicals, also in logistics, bonded warehouses, third-party logistics hub, ship layup opportunities exist where we have ship-to-ship transfer operations, and in a voice contact center, and we are in negotiations with a number of Indian businesses to establish voice customer service in Trinidad and Tobago. One of the benefits of trading in Trinidad and Tobago and the opportunities that exist for SMEs, especially in finding solutions to this global pandemic, is the support from government. We have a number of trade agreements with India. We are an English-speaking country, and there are a number of agencies in Trinidad and Tobago operating to assist investors and traders. Just as a reminder, our market forces, we have access up to 942 million people, and we are the gateway to the Americas. So on that note, I did not want to take up too much time. So I say, Dhanyavad, thank you very much. And this is our contact details.
Humble thanks to you. It's absolutely wonderful taking a look at your presentation, Your Excellency, and of course, for everyone to truly plan out for the rest of the 6 months. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our dignitaries, our legends who joined us here, and of course, our ambassadors absolutely have worked for the masses and always thinking of the other person first. Here we have our legend who's joined us here today, and I'm absolutely a big fan of him completely. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming His Excellency K.L. Ganjusa. I'm going to request you all that I know we're all on mute, but please put your hands together as we welcome our Honorary Consul General of Comoros, His Excellency Dr. K.L. Ganjusa. A very good morning to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much, Sepanji. Nice talking to you. And I'm feeling better. I was not very good last month, but now I'm much better and I'm back to the normal duties and all. First of all, please allow me to thank the Apana Global Parivar for inviting me to this wonderful program. I would also like to thank Mr. Agarwal, Dr. Agarwal, for arranging such a wonderful event, which is concerned with these micro, small and medium enterprises. And once you do something which becomes a global thing, has its own merit. So therefore, it will be a very interesting event today to listen to the experienced people, including the High Commissioners and Ambassadors. I, on my personal behalf, will only say a few words about what Comoros is all about. As you all know that Comoros is an island country in Indian Ocean having 4 islands and the population of about 800,000 people. Comoros is an agriculture-based economy and the 40% of the people are living on the basis of the produce of agriculture. Comoros is the number 2 in producing the cloves in the world after Indonesia, and it's exporting to India and exporting to many other countries. The unique thing in Comoros is that it produces the ylang-ylang oil, which is used in the best of the perfumes in the world, and it goes out of Comoros to all over the world, in Europe, in the US, and in UK and other places, and the export. But the business between India and Comoros has not reached to a level where it is very significant. I would like to tell all the business people who are on this platform that Government of India has allowed more than 500 items to be having concession on the tariff. If you import something from Comoros, you have a difference of customs duty. If the custom duty normally is, let us say, 25%, for any item which is having a certificate of origin from Comoros, the duty reduces by 10 to 15%. So I would like to encourage people to import things from there. And also, the Comoros is a place which is a virgin place, though we have we got independence in 1975. But for some reasons, we could not develop our industry, small and micro and medium also. But still, we do have some micro and small industries there, which is doing very good job and exporting to many other countries. There is an ample opportunity for anybody to go there and explore the possibility of having a unit there so that they can export not only to India, they can export to the neighboring islands, including Mauritius. You can put up a pharmaceutical company there. You can put any other company of your choice. So I invite you all to see the possibility of, making Comoros a hub for manufacturing and then taking the benefit of the tariff concessions which Government of India has offered for any item which has been produced in Comoros. Having said that, I would definitely say one more thing that I heard, Excellency, from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, as you know, is having a lot of people of Indian origin, and most of the people in Trinidad and Tobago and Suriname and other places in Americas are from Indian. So therefore, they also have the same tinge of having business acumen with them, and they are developing. And I'm very pleased to learn today, though I knew it before also, but the progress made by Trinidad and Tobago by virtue of business and becoming a gateway for Americas for many items is a very, very great achievement. Congratulations, Excellency, for that. And moreover, I would definitely say that the micro, small and medium industry is not the same today. If you go back to 20-25%, the micro was a very small one. Then the medium was something different, small was something different. Today, the medium has become small, small has become micro, and it's like that because the range of the investment in these industries have been increased many-fold in India. Rightly said by many speakers, rather 2-3 speakers so far, that it is the backbone of any economy in the world. Any country having robust micro, small and medium industry doing very well contributes to the GDP to a greater level, contributes to the export of the country to the greater level. So we must put in our efforts and we must emphasize that. So what I was saying is micro, small and medium enterprises are the enterprises which give employment to the millions, revenue to in billions, and also those people who after graduating, after becoming engineers, after studying so hard in their life, if they don't get any employment, so this is the best opportunity for them to start some micro industry or a small industry. And then my opinion all my life has been, never seek a job if you can give a job. So be a job giver, then a job seeker. So it will reduce the burden on the government also. You start your micro or a small industry, government of India and any other government gives a lot of facilities, lot of money as loan and all. So my good wishes to all of you, and this Apna Parivar Global is an excellent platform, and I hope in the future it will grow like any other international organization. I wish them good luck. Thank you very much once again for giving me this opportunity. God bless you all. Thank you.
So thank you, Your Excellency, Dr. K.L. Ganju sir. We're going to take this tagline that don't plan to take up a job, rather believe in giving a job, become a small-time entrepreneur to start with. We have with us our ambassadors who are here to help us. And Your Excellency, Dr. K.L. Ganju sir, you're always there for advice. And thank you for letting us know the highlights of Comroad, so that in a small way, one can really start with import and, of course, get into a great trade and exchange of course, commodities with Comros. Thank you to everyone who is here, because I think this is really enterprising for anyone who is new or watching us live, from all across the world on Facebook. I'm going to request you all to please share this with all your loved ones. You have no idea it could be of help to someone and could really change someone's life, especially when we're talking of the rest 6 months of the year. And it's time for all of us to rejuvenate ourselves, to truly have our resolutions and go ahead. Maybe please now request Shri S.N. Chandakji to share his views as the Vice President and, of course, share his knowledge and expertise with everyone on this platform. A wholehearty welcome to you, sir. Shri
Dr. S.N. Chandakji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Honorable Minister for MSME, Sarangi Saab, Dr. Ram Kailash Gupta ji, Chairman APG, our dynamic General Secretary Gaurav Gupta, and and presence of our dignitaries on behalf of APG, I welcome Sarangi Saab to spare this out of his busy schedule, because for the cause of the MSME. Today it is a MSME day, and Sarangi Saab is known for taking interest in development of MSME in the country. Sarangi Saab, MSME is the rightly said backbone of Indian economy. We have no option. We have to develop, take care of all MSMEs of India. because if we have to make the success of Atmanirbhar Bharat, Swachh Bharat, Make in India, and the program launched by our Honorable Prime Minister, then we have no option except to put focus on the existing MSMEs in the country. If we want to increase the export, if we want to reduce the import, if we have to increase the per capita income, then the focus on MSME is very essential. The government has given a lot of concession to MSME, but still I request Honorable Minister to kindly see again. For example, there is a GST of 18% on MSME also. Can you believe? I tell you, no MSME is making profit of 18% despite involvement of capital, despite his 24 hours working, despite his risk taking. He is not making profit of 18%, but he is giving the GST of 18%. Government, of course, need revenue, but if we have to increase, if we have to focus on MSME, we have to consider this request of 18% GST, which MSME is not able to bear. And this is a hindrance in the growth of MSME, point number one. My another point is, if there is a lot of infrastructure work, there is a lot of government spending. If MSME has to participate in any government tender, then they are not exempt from earnest money and performance guarantee. I tell you, if we have to promote MSME, we have to give them some special status so that they feel it becomes easy for them to compete in the government business. I tell you, especially because a lot of employment opportunities are there, this country needs. We have to give focus so that unrest, it doesn't become a situation of unrest. Then MSME can provide huge employment opportunity to the public. I especially thanks Dr. Regar Gopal, High Commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago, and I am impressed about the steps taken by them. In fact, APG Global would like that we can have a separate session only on the development of his country, and a forum, and a friendship forum, an industrial forum separately for that country can be made. Like that, for Camaroj also, Ganju Sahab is very specifically informed the advantage, specifically strategic location, so gateway to US, all these things are there. We must take advantage. Our mission is that respective countries should prosper, and my friend, in Indian MSME, they should also prosper. So thank you, saying thank you to everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're all extremely honored to welcome our honorable chief guest this beautiful morning. Please join us in welcoming our Honorable Minister of State in the Government of India for Animal Husbandry, Dairying, Fisheries and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, respected Honorable Shri Pratap Chandra Sarangi sir. Sir, absolutely an honor for all of us to have you here. And we're going to request, if it's possible, as mentioned by Dr. Gaurav Gupta, if Goenka ji can speak for 30 seconds to 40 seconds and Shri Ram sir can speak for 30 seconds, then going to request our honorable chief guest to go ahead.
श्री प्रताप चंद्र सारंगी जी, केंद्रीय मंत्री, मैं आपका अपना परिवार ग्लोबल की तरफ से आपका स्वागत करता हूं। एपीजे ग्लोबल एक भारतवर्ष के ही नहीं बल्कि विदेशों में भी जो भारतीय इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, छोटी छोटी बड़ी बड़ी इंडस्ट्री के लोग हैं, इनका एक समूह का नाम है अपना परिवार ग्लोबल, जिसमें आज बहुत सारे हमारे एम्बेसडर्स और बहुत सारे और इंडस्ट्री के लोग जुड़े हुए हैं। आज चर्चा एमएसएमई डे पे हम आपका आशीर्वाद और आपका मार्गदर्शन लेने के लिए यहाँ पर हैं। हमारे ये जितने भी लोग अपना परिवार ग्लोबल के हैं, कहीं ना कहीं किसी किसी इंडस्ट्री से हैं। इनको भारतवर्ष में इंडस्ट्री की जो अपेक्षा हम लोग करते हैं और जो होनी चाहिए, वो कहाँ उसमें कमी है, क्यों वो उभर नहीं पा रही है और कैसे उसको उभारा जा सकता है। मैं दो शब्दों में अपनी बात कह करके मैं आपसे निवेदन करूंगा कि अपनी बात रखें। जबकि एमएसएमई भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था की एक रीढ़ की हड्डी है। इस क्षेत्र के राष्ट्र के विकास, निर्यात और बहुत सारे बेरोजगारी को रोजगार देना, नए नए स्रोतों को डेवलप करना, अनस्किल्ड लेबर को स्किल्ड लेबर करना। इस क्षेत्र में भारत सरकार ने बहुत सारे सहयोग हमारी इंडस्ट्री को दिए हैं, जिसमें बैंकों को, एमएसएमई को, उद्योगों को अधिक ऋण देने की बात कही है। और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने तो आत्मनिर्भर भारत योजना को शुरू किया है, जिसके अंदर उन्होंने एक चैंपियन पोर्टल स्टार्ट किया है। और चैंपियन पोर्टल को उन्होंने परिभाषित किया है, C फॉर क्रिएशन, H फॉर हार्मोनिज, A फॉर एप्लीकेशन, M फॉर मॉडर्न, P फॉर प्रोसेसेस, I फॉर इंक्रीजिंग, O फॉर आउटपुट, N फॉर नेशनल एंड S फॉर स्ट्रेंथ। ये एक बहुत बड़ा मैसेज है हमारे पूरे भारत के लोगों के लिए, एमएसएमई में लोगों का उत्साह बढ़ाने के लिए। इसके बावजूद बहुत सारे लेबर लॉज को अभी भारतवर्ष, हमारी भारतीय सरकार ने उनको लिबरलाइज किया है। हमारे बैंकों को, एमएसएमई को मदद करने के लिए कहा गया है, और भी बहुत सारे रोड मैप तैयार किए गए हैं। लेकिन इस सब के बावजूद हम अगर देखते हैं, क्या भारतवर्ष में जिस प्रकार से मीडियम माइक्रो इंडस्ट्री को ग्रो करना चाहिए था, डेवलप करना चाहिए था, क्या वो कर पाई है? कहां उसमें दिक्कतें हैं? भारत सरकार के इतने प्रयास के बावजूद भी वो इंडस्ट्री क्यों ग्रो नहीं कर रही है? क्या हमारी योजनाएं धरातल पर नहीं पहुंच पाई हैं? क्या हम दूसरे देशों की अपेक्षा करें, चाइना की बात करें या दूसरे कंट्रीज की बात करें, उस प्रकार का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ये इंडस्ट्री के अंदर तैयार हो पाया है? इन चीजों के ऊपर हमारी सरकार को और हमारे इंडस्ट्री को, लोगों को गौर करने की बहुत सारी जरूरत है। हमें अलग अलग प्लेटफॉर्म पे सरकार को ये बातें हम पहुंचाते हैं। जिस प्रकार का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर आज हम एक इंडस्ट्री लगाने के लिए, अगर एक जमीन लेनी है तो कई सालों जमीन लेने में निकल जाते हैं, उसके बाद उसका बिल्डिंग बनाने के अंदर निकल जाते हैं, फिर बहुत सारे जो गवर्नमेंट के जितने भी कानून है जिसके अंदर तहत हमें उसके लाइसेंसिंग के लिए जाना पड़ता है, फिर लेबर लॉज को भी लिबरलाइज करने के बावजूद भी आज हमारी लेबर के जो कानून है इतने ज्यादा सख्त हैं कि हम कंफर्टेबली उस इंडस्ट्री को डेवलप नहीं कर पाते। और रॉ मटेरियल उसमें एक चीज है, उसमें बैंकिंग फाइनेंस की एक चीज है। इन सब चीजों का समावेश करके अगर एक रेडी टू यूज ऐसा इंडस्ट्री, जैसे चाइना की एक मिसाल है कि वहां अगर कोई इंडस्ट्री लगाना चाहे तो उसको इतना पैसे की इंडस्ट्री लगानी और चाबी दे दी जाती है और कल से जाके वो प्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट कर सके, ऐसा माहौल हम जब तक भारतवर्ष में पैदा करने कोशिश नहीं करेंगे या हम नहीं कर पाएंगे या उस टारगेट को अचीव नहीं कर पाएंगे, तब तक हम दुनिया में भारतवर्ष का जो हमारा स्वप्न है सोने की चिड़िया, या हमारा जो आत्मनिर्भर भारत की बात हम करते हैं, उसको अचीव करने में हमें शायद कहीं ना कहीं दिक्कत आएगी। हम यही आपसे निवेदन करना चाहते हैं कि भारत सरकार की क्या योजना है, क्या हम इंडस्ट्री वालों के लिए आप एक मैसेज देना चाहते हैं, वो आप हमें बताएं और हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें किस प्रकार से हम आगे बढ़ें। आप हमारे निवेदन पे इस कार्यक्रम में बहुत जल्दी छोटे से निमंत्रण पे आप आए, आपका मैं बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं। आदरणीय रजनीश गोयनका जी हमारे बीच में हैं, वो अन्य टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम की वजह से बात बोल नहीं पाए। उन्होंने एक बहुत बड़ा एमएसएमई का प्लेटफॉर्म तैयार किया हुआ है, पूरे भारतवर्ष में उन्होंने इस इंडस्ट्री को जोड़ा हुआ है, बहुत सारी एग्जीबिशंस लगाते हैं, बहुत बड़ा काम वो कर रहे हैं। मेरा निवेदन है गौरव साहब से कि जैसा समय के हिसाब से देखते हुए गोयनका जी को बोलना है तो उनको बुलवाएं, नहीं तो मंत्री जी को जैसा आपका प्रोग्राम उसके अनुसार आगे बढ़े। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ।
मैं आदरणीय मंत्री जी से निवेदन करूंगा, हमारे ऑनरेबल प्रताप सिंह सारंगी जी से, प्लीज सर आपका समय देने के लिए धन्यवाद, आपका हार्दिक स्वागत, प्लीज आप हमें संबोधित करें। थैंक यू सर।
ये जो मॉडरेटर है सिमरन आहूजा जी, मिस्टर राजेंद्र गहलोत जी, डॉक्टर रोगर गोपाल जी, मिस्टर केएल गांजू जी, शिवराज नंदलाल जी, मिस्टर अर्नेस्ट नाना आर्ट जी, मिस्टर कुलीवाली डी हार्वे, मिस्टर आंद्री अनारिवोनी, मिस्टर धरणीधर तिवारी जी, प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर रश्मि गुजराती जी, मिस्टर रजनीश गोयनका जी, डॉक्टर अजय कुमार जी, डॉक्टर राम कैलाश गुप्ता जी, डॉक्टर मिस्टर सुरेश खंडेलवाल जी, लायन गौरव गुप्ता जी, और all who are present in this digital platform. I congratulate you all. I congratulate all the organizers of this Apna Parivar Global for having organized such a beautiful program and asking me to have exchange of my ideas with you. Exactly express my grief for my inability to stay with you more, because today there are 11 programs from 9:20. I have been busy and running from one to another. So I'm sorry I could not enlighten myself through your deliberations. That's a grief for me. I will take this opportunity later on. As you know, this is the occasion of International MSME Day, and which you are celebrating in a very befitting manner. MSME is the backbone of Indian economy, not only of Indian economy, but also it is the backbone of almost all the countries of the world. MSMEs have grown a very vibrant sector of our economy during the few decades, and everybody knows that MSME its contribution to the GDP is very significant. It is said that more than 30%, and to the export industry it is nearly 48%. And it provides employment to nearly more than 11 crore people. But this coronavirus, as this global coronavirus has disrupted the entire value chain of MSME, the entire structure of MSME, and as entire socio-economic structure has been disturbed, MSME cannot be an exception to it. The whole world is facing this great crisis, and India cannot be an exception. Government under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister declared first in the first coronavirus the जान भी है जान है तो जान है इसलिए. So the lockdown was announced, and during the period of lockdown we declared many Garib Kalyan packages, free ration, etc. And in spite of all those things, our life became very miserable, because the supply chain was disrupted, the demand was finished, and liquidity crunch was felt everywhere, and production was seriously disturbed, almost stopped. So the trade and commerce, everything has been disturbed. Only the agriculture sustained, and but there was less demand in the market. Secondly, when it was felt that the corona will be a long-living friend, our Honorable Prime Minister declared, "Jaan hai to jaan hai." The life and livelihood will go together. So gradual opening of a lockdown, unlocking process started with restricted norms. Again, Prime Minister told, "Jag se jan tak, jan se jagat tak." Arthat will march from the individual to the whole world. Apna parivar means you consider the whole universe as our own family. This is in tune with a Vedic declaration. I am Nija Parovetti Gananam Lagujetasam Udara Charitanam Tu Vashuviva Kutumbakam. Our ancestors, since time immemorial, have declared Sarananda Vishwa Amritasya Putraha. All the people belonging to different caste, creed, sex, religion are the children of immortality. Amritasya Putra. What a beautiful name. And they also declared Krinanda Vishwamaryam. When Europe, America did not come into existence, Misa, Rome, Italy were not existent. Even in those days, we were a race with excellence in art, science, literature, medical science, everything else, mathematics, and we excelled in all these things. And our forefather declared Krinanda Vishwamaryam. We shall educate the whole world. We shall spread the knowledge of the light of knowledge and wisdom the entire world. So we are their successors, and rightly you have given a very beautiful name, Apna Parivar Global. Anyway, now the Prime Minister again declared Atmanirbhar Bharat. He gave a clarion call to the nation during this period of disappointment and infused this spirit of enthusiasm, optimism, character building, national rebuilding, and Atmanirbhar Bharat. and prescribed a methodology, vocal for local product with global outreach. Now, how this declaration came true? MSMEs came to the occasion, rose to the occasion. Prime Minister said, Atmanirbhar Bharat. What is the concept of Atmanirbhar Bharat? Swami Vivekananda used to say, India lives in cottages. Let new India arise from the peasant's cottage, from the cobbler's heart, like that. So the India we dream of cannot rise unless these cottages rise. Mahatma Gandhi used to say, जब तक भारत का 7 लाख ग्राम का उन्नति नहीं होगा तब तक भारत का सामग्री असंभव है. Mahatma Gandhi, after reading a book of John Ruskin named Unto the Last, had a serious transformation of his ideas, and he put forth all his ideas in a book named Sarvodaya. Samagric Vikas of every human being. All men cannot be equal, but equal opportunity to everybody should be given. Pandit Dindayal Upadhyay said the same thing in another term, that is Antyodaya. People standing in the last row should have the best opportunity to develop himself. Manya Narendra Modi ji said, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. When Atmanirbhar Bharat was said by Narendra Modi, that means every village should be self-dependent, every individual should be self-dependent. But by that time in India, we are not producing a single PPE kit, we are importing it from China and other countries. Bamboo sticks for our incenses were imported from China, about 78% of our necessity and 21% from Vietnam. Even the lead of the sanitizer bottle was brought from China. We are dependent on our daily necessities on different foreign countries. Our wealth was being drained to these foreign countries. This is very disgraceful on the part of an independent nation. Before independence, we were purchasing garments from Britain, and our cotton was being sold to the British entrepreneurs with a very low cost, and after value added there we are purchasing it. Our country is surrounded by ocean on 3 sides, but we are not allowed to prepare salt. We had to import salt from Liverpool. What is this? Swami Vivekananda and Jamshedji were moving in a ship. Vivekananda was going to America to address the chief parliament of religions in Chicago, and Jamshedji was going in connection with the business. Both talked each other, had interaction. And when Swamiji came to know that Tata was a businessman and going in connection with the business, he asked, what sort of business you are doing? I am purchasing steel goods from foreign countries, and I am from Europe and America and selling in Indian market. Swamiji told, why on your education? You may be rich, but your country cannot prosper. Why? Swamiji told that you are sending raw materials to a foreign country and purchasing foreign goods. You are a baby in the field of industry. You cannot rise. You, instead of becoming a merchant, a trader, be a producer. Dig your mines, crush your mountains, dry your oceans. Create enough employment opportunity, have your own research and innovation wing, and develop your nation. Then the whole direction of the Tata group of industries was changed. Now we see what a gigantic setup it is there. This is all the result of Vivekananda laws. So nation building is a very deeper task. So we have to think in that line. And after this declaration, the nation took a resolve. We were purchasing PPE kit from China and other countries. Now we are preparing at least 5 lakh daily PPE kits by our MSME and by our textile ministry, and we are exporting. We are preparing all the leads, and we have stopped this import of bamboo sticks. We are preparing in our country many things, ventilator, oxygen cylinders were imported from other machineries also from foreign countries. Now we are self-dependent in these things. MSMEs came to the occasion. Many ministries, many departments rose to the occasion. And so now it is a tremendous task which we have to accomplish. Our government supported beyond this Garib Kalyan package. Our government declared 20 lakh crore Atmanirbhar Bharat package, in which 3 lakh crore is meant for the MSMEs and other industries. That is collateral-free emergency credit line financial assistance. And this has helped our MSMEs to grow, to restructure their units. But unfortunately, while the MSME was, while the national economy was having a U-turn, a V-turn, by that time again the second corona hit, and this has completely disturbed our financial structure, our economic structure. So now again rebuilding process should start, and for rebuilding this economic structure we have to work together, we have to join our hands together, we have to exchange our ideas, we have to focus on our research and innovation. MSMEs can contribute in many ways. Suppose in a village, raw mango is being sold at 5 rupees a kg during the time of production. If you process it to make pickle, it will be sold at 250 rupees a kg. This will be value addition, and the villagers, the farmer will be benefited. Similarly, fruit processing. Our Madhusudan Das in Odisha was telling, cultured end is industry. If you crush a piece of stone, it will give you 500 rupees worth chips. But if you carve an image of Buddha, Ganesh, Durga, Kali on the same stone, it will be 55,000, 60,000 rupees. This is value addition and this is industry. So food processing, honey processing, herbal product processing, Ayurvedic pharmacy, all these things, mushroom culture, through all these things, even fish processing, meat processing, we can milk processing, various types of milk products, cow products, panchagavya products from cow dung, urine, cow urine. We can have dantamanjan, we can have soaps, we can have many types of cosmetics and different types of power generating technology we can use. We can digest this parali and all that into very powerful khads. We can generate power from these things. So by this we can develop our rural industry, thereby adding to the income of our farmers and artisans. Besides that, rural manufacturing, urban manufacturing, leather industry, automotives, even from toy industry to robotics, we can think in a new direction. And this corona has given us a new opportunity despite all the adversities. Our Honorable Prime Minister used to say, आपदा को अवसर में परिवर्तित करना चाहिए. Now we cannot go for physical meetings, big meetings. Earlier we attended 10,000, 50,000 big meetings, but now due to corona there is a restriction. But through this digital method, we can connect ourselves to the whole universe, and with no cost, we can save our time, energy, and money. Without traveling, we can connect with each other. This is the contribution of corona to all of us, because necessity is the mother of invention. And many immunity boosters were prepared by our entrepreneurs, taking simple raw materials from our rural vanaspati, and this is used for preventing corona. A sustainable growth model vaccination is a must. We have to educate the people to take the vaccine. Now we prepared remdesivir, which was imported from foreign countries during this period, and now we are very much self-sufficient. Our research and innovation proceeded. Training programs to skill, reskill, and upskill, as told by our Honorable Prime Minister, to the migrant laborers in rural area took place, and MSMEs emerged as a vibrant sector to train this manpower through different institutions. And our many institutions are there like CTTC, KVIC, MSME units, which are engaged in this training. There are different projects like DDU GKY, Skill India. They are also engaged in this. So we can provide trained human resource. Research and innovation was focused. More investment and reasonable use of resources is quite essential. More production, huge production by masses. Not mass production, but production by masses is the solution to our economic problem, was said by Mahatma Gandhi. Because unless the purchase power of the common man is improved, is increased, the poor taxpayers' purchase power is increased. So all this production may be counterproductive. So government provided for COVID hospitals, ICU beds, ventilators, MSMEs to prepare all these necessary things. So imports reduced and exports increased. But it's not enough. We have miles to go. We have to reduce our import substantially. There are many sectors in which we depend on foreign countries, on imports. We have to reduce it. And we have to increase our exports. There is a genetic expertise, aptitude in our rural women and our tribal people, although they have not trained, but they have this genetic aptitude of artistic talents, which can be thrown into global market by different portals. As world exhibition and trade fairs are not possible nowadays, we are providing them e-market access through different portals. And here, Apna Parivar Global also can provide enrolling support to them so that our rural talents are advertised in the global market and they will get their due share in the economy. And there are many things to be pondered over because my time is running short and another program will start in our ministry. I will have to run immediately. So with this I conclude, and before concluding, I thank you all with hope that you will provide all technological support, consultative support to the government and other agencies, and you can prepare your concept paper and send it to me so that and our ministry will act as reasonably as possible. And our whole mission is to take our nation to the $5 trillion economy within a very short period. And this has been a national reserve. And in spite of the obstacle of this global coronavirus, we have to work hard, work in a speedier way. With this, I conclude. Namaskar.
Namaste and our humble thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in expressing gratitude with folded hands to our Honorable Minister of State, the Government of India for Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Shri Pratap Chandra Sarangi ji. Sir, आपने इतना आपका vision भी बताया and encourage किया, and actually you've also empowered us. And today we have a lot of ladies also, and we're completely inspired by you. Honorable Minister, we are truly thankful to you for every word that you mentioned so that we can really be the best version of ourselves. And humble thanks on behalf of Apna Parivar Group. Thank you, Honorable Minister. बहुत shukriya. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Simranji, we have many other guests with us. Then we will start our presentation with Dr. Siraj Nanlal, who is the Economic Trade Councillor of Mauritius.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and of course, Mr. Gaurav Gupta, my good friend, who has been very kind to invite me on this platform. I would like to thank you all for giving me the opportunity. I was just saying a small correction. I mean, Madam Maya Hanumanji, she's the High Commissioner. She's based in Delhi. And I'm the Counselor for Economic Matters, that is Investment and Trade. I'm based at the Consulate in Mumbai. So yeah, thank you for that. And can I have the opportunity to share my screen, please? So yes, just a quick word about Mauritius in terms of the economic structure of the country. So we are just like Mr. Dr. Guju also said, so that is also in the Indian Ocean. In fact, we are part of the Indian Ocean Commission and the Indian Ocean Association, Marine Association, so together with Comoros. So the country, we are a small population, just like what Dr. Gopal said in terms of Trinidad and Tobago, almost the same size, 1.3 million. That is 1,000 lesser India. So, and in terms of the GDP in the country, so today we stand at a GDP of 12,000 US dollars GDP per capita. So 53 years, I mean, after in at that time we had a GDP of only $200, and today we are at more than $2,000. Yeah, so, and it is a diversified economy. That is, after independence, 53 years after independence, we have diversified the economy from a monocrop sugarcane agriculture. Today, we are diversified into manufacturing, financial services, IT, logistics, pharmaceuticals, and the rest. I mean, professional services, smart city development, agro-industry, media and creative, that is film shooting and all that, real estate. So, yeah. And of course, which is very important, today we speak about sustainable development, that is green energy. So some of the main sectors which are here shown on the screen. So we have manufacturing, tourism. Of course, tourism today, during this lockdown period, during the pandemic, tourism is closed, but now we are gradually opening our borders again as from the 15th of July. So tourism can, tourists can start coming as from 15th of July. And financial services, real estate, and IT. Yeah, so to come to the crux of today's session, it is all about SMEs. So in Mauritius, we have SME Mauritius, which is the agency that drives the development of SMEs in Mauritius. So SME Mauritius, it is a company which is wholly owned by government, and its main objective is to promote and develop entrepreneurship in the country. And if we have to define SMEs in Mauritius, so we have what we call the micro SMEs, and there the turnover of these SMEs, if they are, the turnover is up to 10 million Mauritian rupees, which is, if we convert it into INR, so it's around 1.7 crore. So that's the definition of a micro SME. And then we have the SMEs whose turnover would be between 10 to 50 million Mauritian rupees. So in INR, it will be 1.7 to 8 crore. And in terms of the contribution of the SMEs in Mauritius, you can see that out of every 2 persons who are employed in Mauritius, 1 person is employed by the SMEs. That is, almost 50% of the employment is generated by SMEs. And the contribution to the economy is around 14%, and the exports contribution is around 12%. So our objective is to make more and more SMEs export ready, so that they can capture the global opportunities that are available in the global market, including in India. So what are the support programs that government has put for SMEs? So here we have a list of these programs. We have the marketing support, technology and innovation, developing internal capability, and there is one very important program which is about inclusiveness and integration. And then we have the employment scheme, startup program, and also about utilities. And during the COVID pandemic, that is when the country was locked down, there was no revenue for the SMEs. So government came up with a few support programs where, like the SMEs, the employees of SMEs were being helped through the wage assistance program. And then there was the self-employed assistance scheme, because many of the SMEs in Mauritius, they could be a 1-person company or 1-person SME. So they needed support. So government came up with all these facilities. And when we look at the impact of the COVID pandemic on the SME sector, so there has been a drastic fall in demand, because I mean, the retail sector has been affected, and the SMEs have been affected very severely. Tourism has been affected, and also manufacturing has been affected by the virus, by the pandemic. And which are the sectors that have done well during this time is technology, of course, IT, and also financial services. And a few words about the Mauritius-India relationship. So if we look at this figure, you will see that we are exporting around $30 million of products from India, from Mauritius, sorry, to India. That was in 2020. And when we look at the import figures, so we see that there is a major gap in terms of the trade balance between India and Mauritius. And so now we look forward to, you know, not I would say eliminate this trade gap, but opportunity which I will cover very quickly in a few minutes about the SECPA, the agreement. Yeah. So some of the major imports from Mauritius, from India to Mauritius include petroleum products, cotton yarn, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, food grains, and spices. And what we are exporting to India includes seafood, optical goods, medical devices, and recycling materials. And in terms of the investment from India to Mauritius, it has been over 2 billion Mauritian rupees, that is over 4 billion Indian rupees over the last 5 years. And over 30% of the total FDI in India for the last 20 years has been through Mauritius because of the treaty that we have, the tax treaty that we have between India and Mauritius. Yeah, and some of the companies that you can see here in the slide, some of the Indian companies that have established operations, invested and established operations in Mauritius. You can see a few of them are also SMEs like Aura Institute of Business and Hospitality Management, Spectra I, and also Cloud Factory. So these are SMEs, Indian SMEs that have set up in Mauritius. So I was speaking about the SECPA, which is a Comprehensive Economic Cooperation and Partnership Agreement. So this agreement is about ushering a new era of cooperation between the two countries. And you will see that we signed this agreement during the official visit of the External Affairs Minister of India, Dr. Jai Shankar. He came to Mauritius. This document was signed in February, and then made it was
Kindly unmute.
It was made operational on 1st of April, and also it is a first agreement that India has signed with a country in Africa. So what is this agreement about? It covers three main chapters. That is, one is on trading goods, the other one is on trading services, and the one is about economic cooperation. And when you speak about trading goods, so 615 product lines from Mauritius have obtained preferential market access in India. That is, it can be either duty or reduced duty. Some of the products are mentioned here: special sugars, garments, medical devices, and fruits. India also benefits from preferential market access to Mauritius for 310 product lines. So yes, just to give you a quick overview of these, some of the products that Mauritius is enjoying preferential market access into India. If you look at special sugars, we have obtained 40,000 tons of special sugars that can be exported into India at 10% duty. That is at a reduced duty of 10%, because as we know, sugar has an import duty of 100% in India. So similarly, the other products, like if you look at garments, 7.5 million pieces at zero duty, that is duty-free from Mauritius into India. And when we look at this agreement, SECPA, which is the latest that Mauritius has signed in terms of trade agreements, so this gives a bigger market share for Mauritius in terms of what market is available for duty-free access or for preferential market access. So when we speak of the preferential market access for goods from Mauritius to the world, so today we have access to around 70% of the world population. That includes the developed market of the US, the European Union, UK, and also the emerging markets, which are Turkey, Pakistan, China, and of course India, which is the latest that we have signed. But more importantly, there is a regional market in Africa. Of course, Mauritius is part of the African Union, is a member of African Union. So there are these markets, which are the COMESA and the SADC, where also goods go duty-free. But now we have also got the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement, the AFCFTA, which allows duty-free access into Africa also. And the rules of origin are being worked out for this agreement. So yes, some of the opportunities which are available for Indian companies to look in terms of investing in about IT, about manufacturing, about healthcare, education, and when I spoke about the opportunities now that SECPA provides to Indian importers to import products from Mauritius, I gave you a brief overview in terms of the duty structure, duty tariff. We do have the SECPA document. If anybody is interested, we will be more than happy to share that with you all. And so some of the products that can be sourced or imported from Mauritius, here you can see in this slide. We have the garments, seafood, special sugars, processed food, drums, spirits, exotic fruits, and medical devices and all that. So today the major markets are UK, France, US, South Africa, but soon we will see also India among this this list of major markets for Mauritius. Yeah. So I think what is very important here to mention is that what we look in terms of this cooperation between Mauritius and India in a post-COVID era, we will summarize it into two words, which is about optimism and opportunity. So SECPA provides a lot of opportunity for both Indian and Mauritian business people. And there is one famous saying from Africa. It says that if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So with this, I would like to thank you all, and here are my contact details. If anybody wants to get in touch with me, I'm based in Mumbai. So I will be more than happy to help you and facilitate, you know, your projects in Mauritius or even importing from Mauritius to India. Thank you.
And thank you, dear Mr. Nandal. Thank you for your detailed presentation. And I think our member will be getting benefit from this and surely contacting with you. Thank you very much. Now we move to our friend from Ghana, Mr. Ernest. He's a Trade Commissioner of Ghana Embassy in India. Mr. Ernest, welcome, Mr. Ernest.
Thank you so much. And let me thank you so much for the opportunity that you have given, and also the efforts you've deployed to put together this great forum. First of all, I want to thank you, Mr. Gupta, for the opportunity and also for the organizers. I believe strongly that when we talk of MSMEs, and we're talking of the engine of growth. And as far as we all know, when we want to promote entrepreneurship and innovation, it starts with micro, small, medium enterprises. And as a fact, since my arrival in India for the past 6 months, I have interacted with a couple of institutions that have had opportunity to do business in Ghana, and also to engage in a very more active way. And I must say that innovation and entrepreneurship, I mean, within the MSMEs in India, it's phenomenal. It's great. And let me commend the government for, even as I hear the minister speak, you could see the various innovations and the various strategies the government want to put together for this. I just want to stress on the fact that we are on the path of growth. And India, as a great economy, which is an emerging one, can continue to advance its developmental agenda and economic strides through strategic empowerment of SMEs. When I came to India, I had opportunity to be invited by Mr. Gupta to the first meeting actually I had was at the Ethiopian Social Center. And at that meeting, I had an encounter with an entrepreneur who has done great work. And I actually took interest in what she was doing. Rima Jane, I think she is into body products, cosmetics, and other stuff. And over a period of 5 months I've been in India, I've seen growth in what she is doing. And I want to commend the government that such are the testimonies we want to see. And as we diplomats, we live in a country like this, it gives us the inspiration that if we want to have solid partnership with countries like India, these are the areas we look out for. So as India has taken the initiative, for us, it is very important that we see the opportunity in partnership. And for me, responsible for economic and political affairs, particularly trade and investment between Ghana and India, my focus is to get engaged with institutions that are into massive entrepreneurship and using ICT and innovation to advance their objectives. I would want to say that Ghana currently also looks out for strengthening the MSEs in the area of ICT, in the area of food production, in the area particularly cocoa production, which is a very core agenda of government. So we would want to encourage that our partnership is not only ending when we meet on such platforms, but let us connect, let us network, and our doors are open for business. As our friend from Mauritius said, we have the African Continental Free Trade Area, which Ghana is privileged to host the headquarters. And we would want to assure our Indian friends, our Indian brothers and Indian business partners that Ghana is open for business, particularly in the area of agriculture, in the area of food processing, in the area of ICT, in the area of pharmaceuticals. We are opening up. And if you would want to engage us at the Ghana High Commission for a proactive partnership that will inure to a win-win benefit or mutual benefit for all of us. Once again, I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Mr. Gupta, and the organizers for the opportunity you've given to me, and also to encourage that for India, we have a solid partnership, and we will continue to grow this partnership until we all benefit and we harness the prospects and the blessings that are in this partnership. Thank you so much for the great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anas, for giving a brief presentation about the trade and activities in your country of MSME. We have Mr. Surendra Praladika, our member and president of Andaman Nicobar.
Thank you, Gaurav. And I thank you, Mr. Ram Kailash Gupta also, and AVP Global for calling me on this auspicious opportunity of World MSME Day. And this is actually a very opportune time to interact with a lot of His Excellency's diplomats gathered here by the good offices of Mr. Gaurav Gupta. Actually, our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, is very much focused on MSME. So I thank once again Mr. Gaurav Gupta and Mr. Kailash Gupta for calling me on this very auspicious day amongst a lot of dignitaries, His Excellency's diplomats on this MSME World Day. Actually, as rightly said by our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, who is work in MSMEs not only in India but worldwide, he has said that self-reliant India is a reliable friend to the world. It has a very underlying and very deep meaning in his saying that a reliable friend. Now, world has to find a reliable friend, for their need of small products, small items, small technologies, cheaper workforce, lower cost workforce. All these things, the world is now understanding who are the friends and who are the cheaters in the world economy, world system. So India has emerged during this COVID times that this is the most reliable friend to the world. So first thing I'll tell my honorable diplomats present here that please, as you must be knowing earlier also, India is the most reliable, most dependable, most genuine friend, and economy is one thing where the lot of things are moving now around. Backdrop, and it has taken first step. So, find a opportunity to connect with India. Indian MSMEs are growing very fast. We are competing the world very much. Our government is work. They have started zero defect, zero effect, local for the world, made for world, and so many other things. The startup mission is very much there to improve technologies for the world. And not only that, we can provide you all the things. We can provide you products, we can provide you technologies, we can provide the low cost and most efficient and a lot of knowledgeable workforce for the world. You can come to India, you can have reliable partners, joint ventures here at a very low cost. You can invite our MSMEs to your country. And the most important thing is wherever Indians go, they don't only squeeze like the multinational companies, they only come to make business, squeeze the profits, squeeze the market. We MSMEs merge with the local people. We work for them. Indians are the most reliable residents, who come to the country and they work. MSMEs, they merge with the people. They increase, they adopt the culture, they adopt the local systems, and they become very friendly with. So, not take much of the time, and because a lot of things have already been said by my predecessors and my minister details. I would like to say Indian MSMEs, they contribute around 45% to India's exports and around 50% to the manufacturing. We manufacture around 8,000 different products, starting from a village level, a handicraft to high-tech components. Chandrayaan cannot fly without our components. So this is products we manufacture in. And we contribute 80% to the job creation. Our MSMEs in your country, when they go, they will help in job creation, increasing the job opportunities, not only the economic things, but we merge there and we provide jobs. So today I'm just focusing on international issue. I invite you, we are having a non-government, non-profit MSME development forum on all India basis. We have around 12 international chapters also. We engage between the government and the MSME, government and the industry. We work as catalysts. So you're welcome. We are there. We will meet you with Mr. Gaurav Gupta and try to see to increase our bilateral business. Why to go to the cheat countries? Concentrate. People are very genuine, very friendly, and the government is very friendly, very open. So let's make joint ventures and proceed further. And in the last, I will tell my Indian entrepreneurs, please grow your business and use this adversity as an opportunity. India has a very big opportunity now. And ये इस समय देश को इंतजार हो रही है कि एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आगे आके उसका बेनिफिट लें. So I call upon all the entrepreneurs, industrialists, and businessmen to convert this to an opportunity. The whole world is looking towards India, and a lot of companies who are known to me also, they are wanting to set up their business in India, their factory. So take the advantage of this situation. I am very, very thankful to APG Global and Mr. Ram Kailash Gupta and Gaurav Gupta for creating such an opportunity, providing platform to so many diplomats to interact with Indian industry with us. I'm thankful.
Thank you. Actually, we have to finish this meeting, but we have our dear friend from Africa, Mr. Harvey Kolibali from Embassy of Burkina Faso. So we would like to hear from you, Mr. Kolibali.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Minister, Excellencies, distinguished guests today, all the participants. Burkina Faso is a country in West Africa, border with Ghana, my friend. This is a country of opportunities. We are open in many sectors of development. regarding economy sector in the sector of industry, agro business. We are in sector of animal feeding, also mining, and many others. But what I want to say today is about our organization of micro, small, and medium enterprise. We call them in my country SME, SMI. SME for small, medium enterprise, and SMI for small, medium industries. We have focused our SME, SMI in the guidance, under the guidance of the Ministry of Commerce and Trading, and under also the financial guiding of our Ministry of Finance. So we have created for that enterprise house. This house is in charge of training. That means if you are going to this sector of business, okay, you have the opportunity to be registered at this entrepreneur house. Then they give you every registration guidance. Then they train you how to follow, how to be an honest businessman. Because in business you have to follow the rules and don't go on the wrong way as going for fraud. Then we have created after this house of entrepreneurship, we have created a financing and a promotion agency. This financing and promotion agency has been created in 2008, following then by the supervision of the Ministry of Finance and the technical supervision of the Ministry of Commerce. So in Burkina Faso, observing this date of MSME, internationally and globally, we are just taking account the objectives we have focused on. I cannot tell all of them, but I can guess because of time, I can just say that one of them are the creation of an investment bank and a MSME bank with an establishment in the different regions of Burkina Faso. The establishment and strengthening of guarantee funds in order to enable them to cover long-term financing. The promotion of mutual guarantee companies by adopting the relevant legal text. The creation of a subsidy fund for the processing of local products. The establishment of a special fund to support real estate development. The reorganization of the decentralized finance sector by reorganizing or liquidating structures in difficulty, and the continuation of actions to promote the gender policy in the financing of SME, SMI, and last, the provision of long-term resources to commercial banks. So in Burkina, we are dealing as well in EXIM, export, import, but with India, we are, Burkina Faso are importing knowledge from India, importing also food, we are importing technology of industry in agro industry sector, as that means we are purchasing plants here for our industries, and this is going very well. People are still keeping this from India because the quality of the plants are very, very good in India. And for export, we are exporting cashew nuts We are exporting cotton. We are one of the big producers of cotton in Africa. We are exporting gold. In mining, we are gold is the most of mining product of Burkina Faso. And we are also exporting shea butter for cosmetic products. We are exporting also sesame seeds. And all these products are products of quality, well known. Already many Indian businessmen are working in Burkina Faso in these different sectors I have just said. So for the time, we don't have, because now Gaurav is saying, we don't have time, because this will be my short words for this session of today. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Hervé. Thank you for your brief presentation. And I would invite from Andaman Nicobar our President, Mr. Surinder Pelajika ji.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Ramkela ji, Gaurav Bhatia ji. I am from the Bay of Bengal, from Andaman Sea, chain of islands. On this MSME day, a lot of greetings to each and everybody, every one of you. And this was a very enlightening seminar addressed by galaxy of dignitaries from India and abroad. I would like to tell that today the importance of MSME is very much there, unlike earlier times. And in this Corona time, we must learn, as our Prime Minister and all others you have shared, that this is a time opportune to take advantage of the situation. Here in Andaman, we have got a lot of opportunity in shipping, high value agriculture, deep sea fishing, and untapped natural resources like the petroleum products and others. High value agricultural is this medicinal plant and other things which is abundantly available in the this thing. And as far as the tourism goes, it is one of the best place with finest of the beaches available in the global scenario. I invite both the local, Indian and foreign investors to come here in these islands, which is very investment friendly, with the government of India taking all the initiative to have MSME strengthened here in these islands. I request everybody to take this opportunity to looking forward, and I looking forward for your keen interest for investment in these islands in the MSME sector in this island peninsula. In the Port Blair is the capital city.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your offer. Definitely one day we'll all take the delegation of MSME of Indian and abroad foreign dignitaries to Andaman Nicobar. Now towards end, I would request Mr. Mukesh G. Gupta, Chairman of Vision Institute, to say the vote of thanks. Sir.
Thank you, Gaurav ji. What a wonderful day.
Mr. Gaurav, before Mukesh Gupta Gupta give the thanks to all the dignitaries, I will also thanks to few people, Mr. Singhvi, Dr. Singhvi, Mr. Singhvi from PSD, Ram Avatar Singlaji from Guwahati, then Hari Mohanji from the Jaipur, and other Kerala, Andaman Nicobar, and especially students of TIAS and that faculty members who take initiative to organize this special day. So I will like to thanks from the heart of the Apna Parivar Global, and over to Mr. Mukesh Gupta, please.
Thank you so much, sir. What a good
Mukesh
morning
Gupta,
it has
please.
been. What a good morning it has been. Now it is the afternoon. So I thank, though Mr. Gaurav Gupta ji has been simultaneously thanking everybody, and our chairperson, Dr. Ram Kailash Gupta ji, has been thanking all the dignitaries, because each dignitary has really pumped up the adrenaline in our blood. Sabka khoon charge ho gaya hai, aur everybody is so motivated ki there's so many opportunities that Apna Parivar Global has offered to all of us today morning, that it seems that MSME is not such a big, difficult arena to be venture into. And we've heard industrialists, and we've heard so many excellencies, and our chief guest for the day, Shri Pratap Chand Sarangi sir, the honorable minister. We thank him so much for joining us today in spite of his busy schedule, and we thank all the excellencies, the dignitaries, the industrialists, and the entire team of Apna Parivar Global, the faculties, the representatives of press, media, and of course the team behind this show, without whom this would not have been possible. हम सब लोगों ने इतना कुछ सीखा है आज यहाँ से, और इतना प्रेरित होके जा रहे हैं कि आज सही मायने में अपना परिवार ग्लोबल के इस मंच पे हमने आज इंटरनेशनल MSME डे मनाया. Really, it has been heartening, and we thank one and all for your support, for your support and your mentorship to this project. And we hope that आप आगे भी हमारे को support करते रहेंगे. And before I wind up, there's the 4 lines which I normally say for this thing. जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है, जिंदगी की कई इम्तिहान अभी बाकी है, अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर जमीन, अभी तो सारा आसमान बाकी है. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Mukesh ji, for having such beautiful ending. I would like to thank our diplomats from Nigeria and Laos also. They were also there. Maybe they have left early. And the other people, thank you to our Dr. Ram Kailash ji, in whose guidance we have worked. Ram Kailash ji, any final word from you?
Thank you, everybody, everyone, and all of you, all of people who joined this.
We forgot Dr. Rashmi Gujarati is here if she want to say final words.
Yeah, Rashmi Gujarati, she is here, and a special
thanks to her. She is patiently listening, and please, madam, please conclude this.
Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, everyone, and namaste from India. It's my pleasure to be here with our Honorable Minister of MSME, Government of India, distinguished guests, ambassadors, chairmen, and my dear friends. Today, as we are celebrating International MSME Day, we are discussing about MSME role in the growth of economy. MSME is a backbone of the economic, of the development of the country, of the GDP. Our government is focusing on it and boosting and giving a lot of opportunity to our young generation to become an entrepreneur. So micro, small and medium enterprises have been accepted as a engine of economic growth, and from promoting equitable development, the intensity of the MSME sector is much higher than the large enterprises. As we have seen that the Minister of the Mauritius has also explained that how the India and the Mauritius collaboration is there in the partnership of the business. Micro, small, medium enterprises is working very highly and Indian economic over the last 5 decades. MSA is playing a crucial role for the employment opportunity at a comparatively lower capital cost than larger industries, but also help in the industrialization of rural and backward area also. It is reducing regional imbalance, assuring more equitable distribution of national income and wealth. India, the enterprises have been classified into a 2 category, manufacturing and another providing a services. Both categories of the enterprises has been further classified into a macro, small and medium enterprises, and on the investment in the plant and machineries and services for the growth and performance, to giving employment opportunity to our young generation, to develop the foreign direct investment in India, to promote the export, to infrastructure development, and opportunities, lot of opportunities in the MSMEs, like less capital incentive, extensive promotion and support by government, reservation of exclusive manufacture by a small scale, project profile, funding, finance and subsidies, machinery, raw material, manpower training, technical and managerial skills, tooling and testing supports, export promotion, growth in demand, domestic area, growth in the requirement to increase of greenfield. So present policy, if we see that the government has framework, recently in the COVID situation, our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman has revealed the detail of Modi's 20 lakh crore stimulus package, and that is stimulated into a 6 major announcement which has been given by the finance minister for the MSME. 3 lakh crore lateral free automatic loan for business including MSME, 20,000 crore subordinate debt for stressed MSC, 50,000 crore equity infusion for MSME through fund of fund. This fund of fund will be operate through a mother fund to a daughter fund. The government see that this will help in expanding MSME size as well as activity. MSME will also be encouraged to get listed on the stock exchange. So the new definition has been given by the government for the MSME is increase the threefold investment in the various sector in the classification of micro, small and medium. In the micro, manufacturing classification is 25 lakh, service is 10 lakh, investment 1 crore and the turnover will be 5 crore. Same thing in the small classification, it has been classified into a 5 crore in the manufacturing sector, 2 crore in the service sector and 10 crore in the investment sector, and the turnover will be the 50 crore. Same in the medium sizes, the manufacture sector has been declared 10 crore, in the service sector 5 crore, in the result it will be go on the 100 crore. So it has to be become a global trend to be disallowed by the 200 crore. The Indian government will now disallow tenders up to 200 crore from a foreign companies. India is inviting to the foreign countries to come in India and to develop their small units, so it can give an opportunity to our young generation, because when the companies will be arrive in India, then the employability will increase and there will be a lot of jobs for the students, those who are getting skills in this area. That is why the government is focusing on the entrepreneurship, and government is giving the opportunity to our young generation to come and become an entrepreneur. And last, and my conclusion, MSME sector of India is today at the gateway of global growth of the strength. In the starting, Director Dr. Ajay Kumar has focused on the speech in his speech that the government is focusing local to global, local to vocal and to global. So same thing, the India is today a gateway of global growth and the strength of competitive in the quality product range. However, facilitation from the government is required to minimize the transaction costs of technology, upgradation market, penetration, modernization of the infrastructure, etc. At last, I would like to give my big thanks to Dr. R.K. Gupta sir and Mr. Gaurav Gupta, all my dignitaries, all the ambassadors, and especially thanks to Chairman sir who has given me opportunity to share my views with you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rashmi. Even now we are concluding this. This is 2 hours is very small, short for us. Even 2 days are very small for the MSME. Though word is small, medium and small and micro, but the time is really we need big. more time is required. In future, we will connect again and do a bigger meetings, and we'll listen all and give more opportunities to more people. Thank you very much, sir. With permission of the chair, I am concluding this meeting. Thank you very much.
Please, sir, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.